I'm vengeance.
Wakanda forever!
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Suit Up Geeks podcast. Today, we are breaking down, reviewing, and grading the latest episode of Monsters at Work. I love these monsters, man, and we're going to talk about it. To help me do that is the co-host of the Suit Up Geeks podcast. He is Loretto. Follow him on Twitter at Marcellus Durden. What's good, Lo?
Hello. Back to reality. I've been out of town the last 4 days, so I'm back at home, back at work. But what better way to kick back into gear than talk shop with you about this lovely show that is pleasantly surprising almost every week. I keep waiting for the shoe to fall off, but I'm loving it so far. So
Yeah. Guys, let's take care of business. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to smash that subscribe button. If you love little monsters, charming and lovable as ever, give this video a like. Today, let's start off with episode 4 called The Big Wazowskis. Although I thought the first 2 episodes, I thought they were kind of meh, but after episode 3, after episode 4, I think this show is truly shaping up to be pretty damn good. The 3rd episode brought the heart. I thought this episode brought the laughter. Mike versus Gary in this episode was a freaking blast. And for anybody who does paperwork like myself for a living, I truly connected to Mike and Gary's bet. I really liked Tyler's growth in this episode. He was truly kind of being selfish there in the beginning, and then found his way to kind of, do it for his team, the Mift. And I thought the monster designs were fun. I thought the pinheads were absolutely hilarious. I thought the script was really kind of a step up here in episode 4. There's also some really funny moments that we'll get into. But let's talk, Lo. What were your first impressions? What were your general thoughts of this episode?
So like I said, I agree with everything you said. I was pleasantly surprised. I was worried that oh no, is this show going to start going downhill after last week's episode, which was great. I loved it with introducing this situation very similar to the original film, but different context, and Wazowski taking the child to the game. That was fun. And I just thought, can we keep doing this? Are they going to keep surprising us? And they are. I'm not a huge bowling guy, but I do dabble. Bowling's great, and the reference to Big Lebowski was epic, especially because John Goodwin was like, "How about the Big Lebowskis?" Like, wink, wink. And then I love how Billy Crystal was, Mike Wazowski was like, "That sounds familiar, but it sounds like a great team name." They kind of touched on it, but kind of let it go. And the humor is what stood out to me in this episode. I was cracking up, especially during the bowling sequences, which we can dig into a little bit later. But overall, I'm just very happy with this show. This monsters universe that we're in is just so pleasantly delightful every week. It's fun to sit back with this show and talk shop with you about it.
Yes, sir. Let's move on to favorite moments, dude. What was your favorite moment of this week's episode?
Oh man, you put me on the spot there. Definitely the bowling sequence, but God, there was a sequence there that I laughed out loud. I'm trying to remember which part. It was the so Monsters University, not my favorite film, but there was the kid that was late to class.
Yes!
I was floored, man. I was watching it in my car. I was dead. He was and it just and what killed me was the announcer. He's making his approach, and then he just and it was the next night. And they forfeited because his approach took too long. I was dying. That was great. Really great gag. Stuff like that, like you said, man. The script for this one was just super fun. That was my favorite moment of the episode for sure.
Oh man, that was definitely in my top 3. I was laughing my ass off in that scene. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Did you get any Chris Kattan vibes? Did you ever see Corky Romano?
Yeah. Well, it's been a long time, but I am familiar with the film.
It's not a great film, but what happens in that, it's by far the funniest part of the film is he's playing with a dog, and sure enough, he gets cocaine all over him, and he has to talk to kids right after that, and in all the best Chris Kattan acting performance, he has this like kind of like vibe where he's like, "You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good," like because he's under the influence. That's the vibe I got. I was just laughing so hard. I loved every second of that scene. How about Fritz? I thought this like the script was really strong in this. Like I thought Fritz was like low key not a good character. I had no interest in Fritz. And when he said, "When you're part of a team, you stand up for them," and I'm waiting for this like sentimental piece to come out, and he goes, "Unless it's legal, because that would make you an accomplice of crime." And I had to learn the hard way, so I thought that was like a wait, what type of scene. So the script was definitely up a notch in this episode. There are like little moments like that. Did you catch the moment where they had the like the nerds in the back said the first rule of Fright Club? Did you see that part? Oh my God. Isn't that hilarious? Like the fact that there's like still a practice going on about scaring kids. Like some are still doing it. Like I just think that lends to the world building. And I love those little nods. You had the Big Lebowski nod. You had the Fight Club nod. You had a Corky Romano nod. Just tons of fun.
No, and like he literally was like, don't you remember the first rule? You're not supposed to talk about it. I was like, yes. That was awesome. Also shouts out to the guest star on this episode, Gabriel Iglesias. You guys don't know him. He's fluffy. He's so fluffy. He was Gary in this episode. So I think every single week we've just had phenomenal voice work from the core cast to the guests. And I think, man, if they keep surprising like us like this, I think this show has a lot of potential to be like one of my favorite shows. And I'm not a big TV guy, so.
Yeah, it's definitely trending upward. How would you grade this week's episode, Loretta?
I'll give it a solid 8. Right. Entertaining. I laughed. There wasn't much Sully, and I think that's going to happen frequently. And maybe Sully or both Mike and Sully get sidelined for more of the main Miffed crew. But other than that, I don't really have any complaints with the show. It's short. It's sweet. The episodes are to the point. I love the references, like you said, to Fight Club, Big Lebowski. That stuff's great. It's gold. It's what we can watch this with our kids and we could laugh, and the kids don't get the Fight Club jokes, but we do. And that's why Pixar is so successful. It's such a delight to sit home in the middle of the week, hump day, sit and watch a brand new episode of this. I love it so far. This show has been surprisingly consistent and awesome.
Yeah, Luke says bowling was my thing when I was younger. I actually bowled a lot when I was young. I bowled a lot. I was in the league and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I have no ball.
Oh, I 100% had my own ball. I had my glove, I had my bag. I was really into it. But anyway, guys, I would give this like a solid 8.5. I think pound for pound laughter. I thought the joke rate was definitely the best of the season so far. And if you go back and look at our episodes 1 and 2 review, like we had some concerns. We had some concerns about this show moving forward, and they have completely squashed all of those concerns over these last 2 episodes. Episode 3 brought the heart, the charm back. Episode 4 brought the laughter. I'm having a ton of fun again. So even though I enjoyed the first 2 episodes, this is on a different level, man. And like you said, Loretta, I'm excited to see where this starts moving forward. I'm all in with Tyler. I'm all in with the Miffed. I'm all in. Like, I just want to see where this goes. So, dude, let's wrap it up. Final thoughts. Where can we find you? What do you got going on, man?
So shouts out to the awesome team names, by the way. We had no Splits Fritz, no Gutter Cutter, and Pin Pal Val or something like that. Awesome. And then it's just so funny. They had like glittering, like cool looking balls, but they really sucked. Like I loved that whole, we actually suck. That's why we don't play. I love that. You guys can all follow me on Twitter at Marcellus Durden. I am so excited, you guys, for this coming Saturday, right?
Sir.
Yes, sir. The greatest female movie character draft. Am I ready? No. Am I ready for a good time? Yes. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I have like an inkling of what I'm gonna do, but I don't. When I'm on the clock, it could flip because I have 2 people in my mind, and I don't know. I know if I pass on one, I won't get the other, and that's what's hard about this draft. There's some amazing female characters, both animated and both live action female actresses, and it's just so hard to choose. There's so many great characters. So
love it. Yeah, so that is going down live. If you love movies and you want to celebrate with us, Women in Film, live at 8 o'clock East Coast time, July 24th. I think I got that right. 8 p.m. We're going to, just do a live draft and post-game show, 5 rounds, 10 teams. It's going to be a ton of fun. So please join us live. Trash talk, react with us. Make sure you let Loretto know that he took a terrible name there. All that fun stuff. So it's going to be a ton of fun. Tonight we're going to be doing our Master Chef reviews again. I'm really excited to get back into that. We took a couple weeks off. We've had a lot going on with 4th of July and all that stuff. So my wife and I will be breaking down Master Chef. I think episode 6. I think we're on right now. Love it, man. That's my heart, my soul. Just made some pot pie. About to dive in. Nice. And then right after this, we'll be doing a Malignant trailer reaction, guys. I have not seen it. I've been so MIA with work and my daughter being sick and all that kind of stuff. I didn't even know James Wan had a new horror movie trailer just released. So, guys, if you're watching now, please be sure to stick with us. We're going to go live right after this. Watch it and react. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Please be sure to follow my man Loretto on Twitter at Marcellus Durden. I am Dibes, Mr. Crockpot. Please be sure to subscribe. Turn on notifications for all of our latest content. Stay awesome, everybody.